So last week, we got a first peek at the Bumblebee spin-off movie. Now is the time to address what needs to happen in Transformers 6, currently set for 2019. If you haven't seen The Last Knight, spoiler alert, the Earth is Unicron. His feelers are starting to poke out all over the place. The Last Knight ended without this Unicron issue being resolved. In this video, I want to cover a few things we need to see to make this all pay off and close the series on a high note. For starters, Transformers 6 needs an apocalyptic title. End Times, Revelation of Unicron, the worst parts of the Bible, something to that extent. Why? In this movie, the Earth will be destroyed. Every Transformers movie teases the end of the world. They just need to do it. We need to see all of Unicron, right? Anything less would be a jip. How else is that going to happen without the world being completely destroyed? So to start the movie, this one will start billions of years ago. Unicron and his kind are a race of ancients that predate everything else. For some reason they're fighting. Unicron is seriously wounded. He drifts into our solar system, collides with some planets, and ends up in orbit around our sun, where life emerges billions of years later. Back to present day, right after the events of The Last Knight. The other movies established they're both factions of bad guys and good guys who've been working with the Transformers for centuries. The Quintessa is busy manipulating both sides, wanting Unicron dead once and for all. Behind that may be the Quintessons, but that's to be seen. The Autobots seem to be the last to know about Unicron and are going after the Decepticons, who are up to something again. Concerning our human heroes, I heard Mark Wahlberg doesn't want to come back for another Transformers movie, so why not have him killed off early? By who? None other than Sam Witwicky. It's time for Shia LaBeouf to come back. Pay whatever it takes to get these two on screen together. I think it'd be very interesting. Whereas Sam been for the last two movies, he emerges having spent the last couple of years inside the Earth with Unicron. He confronts Cade and the Autobots as Unicron's emissary, warning about the end of the world. He's finally cracked after everything that's happened to him. Maybe he has a few of Unicron's thugs with, has some funky cybernetic augmentation, maybe like the Headmaster storyline, something from that. So him and Wahlberg fight, Autobots step in, Bumblebee is all conflicted because Sam was his friend. So Sam and Cade both end up dying, getting their on-screen deaths. From there, Isabella and that British lady, Vivian, become the leads of the movie. The other guy, Jimmy, he was underused. They'd make a good trio. And of course, throw in all the secondary Transformers and let them go. So obviously, there'll be some car chases, something to do with some prominent world landmark. The Decepticons plot to revive Unicron because they want him to destroy the world. Quintessa wants the humans to kill Unicron, but she doesn't let on that killing Unicron would end up destroying the Earth, so it's really a lose-lose. So as the plot unfolds, they can tie together events from the other movies. In Revenge of the Fallen, that pyramid machine that was going to kill the sun, that was the Decepticons' attempt to try to jumpstart Unicron. And the cube from the first movie, not a coincidence, it came to Earth. Unicron was drawing it towards Earth to use its power. Add to that, Quintessa has the last Transformium seed stashed away from Age of Extinction. If you remember, Optimus left with it when he flew off from Earth at the end of Age of Extinction. She plans to use that seed to create something big enough to kill Unicron, but she needs technology from that Stanley Tucci guy, so we'll bring him back, and of course we'll bring back Simmons and Lennox, so their characters can have their final scenes as well. So eventually, the Decepticons manage to awake Unicron, and the Earth starts to split open. Obviously, everyone on Earth can't die. That'd be a big downer. So either some third party from outer space arrives right on time, or the government reveals all these secret Black Book project shuttles to start evacuating people. So between all the scenes of destructions, show the homeless man preaching on the corner about a new heaven, a new earth, show the Declaration of Independence and the Mona Lisa getting packed up, shuttle to safety. Can't forget about the animals, even the seeds from the seed vaults from Sweden. Of course, not everyone can be saved, but we'll see people from all the different nations being evacuated, so that means it'll be okay. So instead of just teasing about the end of the world, we're finally getting to see it. So Unicron will reach out and push against the continents, and the whole Earth just splits wide open. It'd be pretty cool if it was done right. So Unicron shakes off the last pieces of Earth and is awake. Quintessa uses seed and Transformium technology to create a Transformer out of the moon. I know Cybertron and the whole Primus thing, that's a storyline. I'm not sure if they'll do that. So we're just going with the moon here. So it'll be a moon former. We'll call him Moonicron. Is that Michael Bay enough for you? So it won't be anywhere big as Unicron, but it'll be certainly big enough to put up a fight. So the two battle as the Transformers and Decepticons. They're all clashing in space. All around chunks of Earth floating around and evacuation shuttles trying to get away. The last hour of the movie needs to be battlefield scenes, needs to top Braveheart and Lord of the Rings. Instead of just a few dozen Transformers fighting that we get from the other movies, this time there needs to be hundreds, if not thousands. This is what we want. The Dinobots, the Knights, they all need to be out there fighting to protect what's left of humanity while trying to destroy Unicron. So Unicron easily defeats the Moonicron, bites his head off, and then it looks towards the sun, needs to get closer to the sun and absorb all its energy to regain power. The Autobots storm the surface of Unicron to get inside. The Decepticons try to stop them. The Autobots shut down enough of Unicron's systems and cause him to self-destruct. So Unicron dies, it's melted by the sun, the Decepticons are all dead. Flash forward 20 years, the Autobots and humans live on this hybrid planet built from the remains of Earth and Cybertron. Show scenes of human kids and Cybertronian kids playing in the park somewhere. Isabella's grown and she's one of the leaders on this new world. And Optimus Prime, he's in retirement now. He fought too hard. He needs to live. He cannot die in this movie. He needs to live to see this piece. He's long since passed the matrix of leadership to Bumblebee or Hot Rod. We need to see Optimus, some lumberjack beard belly, yelling at kids to get off his lawn. He needs to be retired. As usual, he does the closing narration about sentient beings and freedom and all that, and then fade to black. Series over. Either do a reboot or do movies with a new set of characters in this new world in the future. So thank you for watching. Please like and share. We need to reach Michael Bay. You can have all these ideas for free. I have more if you want them. Let's end Transformers series on a high note.